The world has ended and the dead now walk the earth. Are you ready to take on the challenge of surviving in a post-apocalyptic world infested with zombies? If so, get ready to dive into the top 10 zombie survival games of 2023. From intense first-person shooters to strategy games that will test your decision-making skills, these games are sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. With immersive storylines, complex gameplay mechanics, and terrifying undead enemies, these games are not for the faint of heart. So grab your weapons, gather your allies, and get ready to fight for your survival in this ultimate list of zombie survival games. On number 10, we will talk about The Walking Dead, the final season. One of the finest zombie games with branching stories is The Walking Dead, the final season. Players assume the character of Clementine, a seasoned survivor charged with navigating the perils of this post-apocalyptic world that is populated by both the undead and the living. The game is based on the well-known graphic novels of the same name. Fans of the series and zombie survival games in general must enjoy the last installment in the Walking Dead franchise, which offers engrossing gameplay, a moving plot, and deep character development. Unsurprisingly, the game was highly received. Particular appreciation for its moving story and compelling human relationships made it a remarkable entry in the zombie survival genre. On number 9 comes State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 is a well-known zombie survival game created by Undead Labs that challenges players to create and run their own society amid the zombie apocalypse. The game offers players a unique combination of action-packed gameplay and strategic decision-making by giving them the responsibility of concentrating on resource management and base development. State of Decay is one of the finest zombie games since it's one of the few zombie games with base construction that lets you create a community. Players must forage for resources, find new survivors, and protect their stronghold from zombie waves in order to live. A dynamic open environment is another component of State of Decay 2, which players may explore in search of treasure, survivors, and a new home. State of Decay 2 is one of the greatest zombie survival games you can play on PC and Xbox if you're searching for a sizable open environment to serve as your post-apocalyptic playground. On number 8, we have 7 Days to Die. Zombie survival game 7 Days to Die is set in a large, completely destructible open environment. After its first release in 2013, the game has since received several updates and has become more popular. There is always something to do in 7 Days to Die, from base construction and crafting to missions and exploration. Players must collect materials, make equipment, and build shelters in order to survive the world's legions of the undead. The longer you live, the more strong and talented you get thanks to the leveling system. However, 7 Days to Die offers more than just a single-player experience. It also enables you to collaborate with a group of pals to survive the zombie apocalypse and create your own community. There aren't many zombie video games with cooperative options, but 7 Days to Die is one of them. On number 7, we will discuss DayZ. One of the most well-known zombie survival games, DayZ, is sometimes regarded as the genre's apex. Players are tasked with keeping their characters' health, hunger, and thirst levels in check in this realistic game with a heavy focus on survival elements. Additionally, there is a complicated medical system that makes life in this post-apocalyptic society much more difficult. As the game mainly emphasizes PvP, players must also deal with the danger of other players. DayZ provides a distinct and compelling gaming experience because of its open environment and interactive gameplay. The post-apocalyptic setting is made more vivid by the game's attention to detail and realistic visuals. On number 6 comes Project Zomboid. One zombie survival game that has gained enormous popularity in recent years is Project Zomboid. That is perhaps due to the fact that it has become well known for its expansive open world, realistic and immersive gameplay. Players must collect supplies, construct shelters, and make objects in order to live in the face of hordes of the undead. Project Zomboid features all the zombie games plus a crafting system you could want, as players must manage their health, weight, degrees of hunger and thirst, as well as their mental state. The game also has complex character development and survival elements. Project Zomboid provides a distinctive and intense gaming experience with its open environment and immersive gameplay. Featuring more upgrades and features planned for 2023, Project Zomboid should keep growing. It's also one of the few zombie games featuring vehicle gameplay. Up next on number 5, we have Part I of The Last of Us. The Last of Us Part 1 is one game that, even if it is over 10 years old, you just must play on PC in 2023. Players take on the character of Joel, a grizzled but endearing survivor, charged with guiding a young girl called Ellie around the nation in an effort to discover a cure for the virus. The game is set in a post-apocalyptic world that has been devastated by a terrible fungus. To complete their adventure successfully, players must scavenge for materials, make weapons and gear, and battle both hostile human foes and diseased animals along the road. The Last of Us Part 1 is a must-play for lovers of the survival genre since it focuses on realistic and gritty gameplay and has a compelling plot. The Last of Us does atmospheric surroundings better than any other zombie game. On number 4, we will discuss DayZ Gone. Action-adventure zombie game DayZ Gone is set in the Northwest. Deacon Street John, a former criminal trying to live in a post-apocalyptic world where the majority of people have been wiped off by an unknown illness, is the character that players take control of. DayZ Gone did Hordes of the Dead better than any other zombie game, so players can expect to be foraging for supplies, creating stuff, and battling off Hordes of the Dead. Players have the opportunity to explore a variety of settings and perform objectives at their own speed in the game's expansive open world. Deacon must battle against zombies as well as other threats, including competing human groups and environmental disasters. DayZ Gone has garnered a lot of acclaim from players for its captivating gameplay, gorgeous visuals, and engaging plot, while receiving some underwhelming reviews from reviewers. On number 3 comes The Last Stand: Aftermath. Con Artist Games, the makers of the well-known The Last Stand series, have created the thrilling, action-packed zombie game The Last Stand: Aftermath. Players assume the role of a survivor exploring the remains of civilization in this standalone top-down game as you scrounge for materials to construct weapons and other equipment. In order to survive, players must use stealth and fighting skills. To further improve their talents, they may even discover strong mutations. The Last Stand: Aftermath has the interesting feature of allowing players to restart the game as a new character, with unlocks depending on the previous run's progress when a survivor dies. On number 2, we will talk about Dying Light 2: Stay Human. In the zombie survival game Dying Light 2: Stay Human, players take on the role of a wanderer setting out on a mission to learn the truth about their history. Dying Light 2 provides a compelling and atmospheric gaming experience where danger lurks around every corner in a gorgeously drawn and expansive open-world setting. To have any hope of living, players must also enhance their fighting and parkour skills, especially at night when the infected become more active and deadly. This dynamic day-night cycle adds an additional element of complexity and strategy to Dying Light 2. On number 1, we have The Day Before. A post-pandemic America is the setting for the forthcoming MMO zombie survival game The Day Before. Gamers will need to scrounge for materials and battle for survival against both the infected and other gamers who will undoubtedly want whatever you have in this world that has been taken over by the infected. The Day Before offers a wide variety of realistic weaponry and intricate vehicles that players may use to explore the expansive open world that is made up of several distinct biomes. Fans of the zombie survival genre should find The Day Before to be an exciting and tough game. The Day Before should live up to the hype and be regarded as one of the top new zombie games in 2023. And that's our list of the top 10 zombie survival games to play in 2023. Whether you're a fan of intense action, strategic planning, or immersive storytelling, there's something for everyone on this list. These games will put your skills to the test and keep you entertained for hours on end. But remember, the undead are relentless and survival is never guaranteed. So stay sharp, stay focused, and stay alive. Thanks for watching and happy surviving.